What's going on, guys? My name is Jericho, and I thought of a topic for a video, and it was mainly underage drinking or drinking in general, and I thought I'd break it down into two segments. One, my personal experiences, which I put in a Get Personal, and two, what I thought about the drinking laws and the drinking ages and all that jazz. And for a while I've kind of had an idea of what I thought would be better in the back of my head. And I have several reasons, as well as reasons why the drinking age should stay 21, because, as biased as I'd like to be, I'm 18 years old, turning 19 in about a month. As biased as I'd like to be, I certainly don't think going, no drinking age is gonna solve anything. And I'm not gonna lie to you either, I don't think the drinking age will get changed anytime soon. There's been several different polls. It gets brought up pretty majorly about once a year. And usually it's 25% say change the drinking age and 75% say don't do anything. So, it can go either way, but personally this is what I think. I think you should be 16 years old and be able to drink with parental consent. Now, that can come in any way, whether it's a card in your wallet or if it's just verbal consent with a parent in the house. But what this does is it gives you a controlled introduction through your parents to alcohol. Now, we all know that alcohol, you can get extremely fucked up. You can die on alcohol. You can die while you're drinking. And conversely, you can have a great time and it can be awesome. We obviously want everyone to have a great time and have a, awesome time and be able to control themselves. But one of the issues with the drinking age right now that I'll get into is that, currently it doesn't do that. So when you're turning 16, you can't buy beer, you can't buy wine, you can't buy hard liquor, but your parents can let you, can order you a drink at a bar, or order you, or give you wine at home. Now, a lot of parents do that. A lot of parents let you drink in their houses and stuff, which is technically illegal, but, I mean, no one's gonna bust through your door and arrest you. And, doing this, I think, personally, that's the smartest decision. When you learn valuable drinking lessons from your parents, or when you find your tolerance and you're able to understand when enough is enough at an earlier age, you're probably less likely to fuck up later on. And when you're 19, I think you should be able to buy beer. Now, this is a weird age. Usually people are like 18. Well, 18 is, it allows you to do everything. It allows you to do literally everything except for rent a car, you can rent a house, except for pretty much rent a car and gamble. You can literally buy, cigarettes, you can buy lottery tickets, you can join the army and kill a man, you can serve on a jury and sentence someone to life in prison for manslaughter, you can vote on the presidential elections, but the one thing you can't really do is drink. You can't drink or purchase alcohol, which is weird. So, there's a lot of things for this, which again I'll get into, but if you're 19, it gives you this 1-year buffer where you're not in high school. Most of the people will actually have gone through a semester of college before turning 19. Not only are you now situated with your environment, you're not kind of scared, you're not enticed to drink more now because you're in a new area, you don't know the people, maybe you're a little anxious, but now you're kind of settled down and you can go and buy beer and wine. Only beer and wine though. Hard liquor stays for 21-year-olds. This also eliminates a lot of the issue with hard liquor, which is it's very easy to get drunk off of, and it's very, very easy to drink too much of. I mean, in case you guys don't know, hard liquor is stuff like vodka, tequila, and what it is it has a really high percentage alcohol in it. So I could, look at your Coke can, your standard 12-ounce Coke can. If someone my size, I'm 5'11" and I weigh 165 pounds, if I drank a Coke can full of vodka, over the course of an hour, I would probably be drunk off my ass. I would be retarded. Now, if I tried to consume that all at once, I'd vomit everywhere. So, if you limit it to just beer, wine, and the alcohol content is low enough, I mean, you can still get a buzz. You can still get drunk, certainly, off of beer and wine, but, I mean, why go through the effort of getting hard liquor if you can just go out and buy your beer and wine? The good thing about beer and wine is you have to drink a lot of it, a lot more of it, to get a buzz, to get drunk. It fills you up so you don't drink as much, like you physically can't unless you throw it up and drink it again, which is disgusting unless you're Greek. I think that's smart. Now, why should it be 21? Well, I mean, we as Americans, we drive everywhere, don't we? We drive literally everywhere. Drive to the mall. We have to. It's a big-ass country. And that sucks, because that means that the risk of drinking and driving is probably higher. Also, some studies suggest that crashes increase when you lower the drinking age to 18. But, the counter to that is crashes increase whenever you allow legal drinking and driving. So, studies contradict each other like that. Your brain doesn't fully develop till you're 25. Well, that doesn't really explain why the drinking age is 21, and it sure as hell should not be 25. That is really far off, but, I mean, some people do believe that. And also, the earlier you start drinking, the greater chance you have of becoming an alcoholic, which, this is true, but I also think that the earlier you become educated about drinking, the less likely you are of becoming addicted to it. Now, conversely, why should it be, 19 to buy beer and stuff? The same kind of studies, like I said, show accident rates go up regardless of the age, which isn't a good thing, but, you learn to know your limits. And you're no longer afraid to call your parents or a hospital if someone's in bad condition. My friend actually got really sick one night. I wasn't there, but he got really sick, and he was passing in and out, which at that point most adults suggest calling an ambulance or taking him to the hospital. All my friends there knew or thought they knew that he would be fine, and it turned out he was. He didn't die. He was just had a really bad hangover. He threw up all the next day, and he was throwing up all night, and it sucked for him. He drank too much. Now, what if he was not okay? They probably would not have called, because if they had called, they were afraid that he would get in trouble. He certainly would. He would probably get a citation, which is $100 or $200 fine, plus he'd have to serve probably 40 to 60 hours of community service, and then he would really be pissed off at the two people who called because, well, he got him in trouble. So, that sucks, and I would be afraid to do the same as well. On top of that, good cop, bad cop, one of my friends got pulled over while he was being a designated driver for a bunch of passengers who were drunk. They called him, he went and picked him up, the cop gave him a ticket. He had to serve a court date and fight it, and he still had to pay a $250 fine. Why? Because he was being a designated driver and not letting any of his friends drive that night. That is fucking stupid. Now, there's also good cops that will let you go, that will say thank you for doing the right and responsible thing, and let you go. Well, those are good cops, but, you don't really want to risk it. Finally, let's not beat around the bush. It's easy to get alcohol. Prohibition didn't work in the 20s when they got rid of it totally, so why the hell would it work if everyone has brothers and parents and friends who are 21 years old who would just give them the beer or the vodka or whatever they want to drink? Why would it work now? It didn't work back then. So, I mean, here's pros, there's cons, but personally I do think that there's a lot to be said about, being 16 and learning your limits, being 19 and being able to purchase beer and wine, and being 21 and being able to have the responsibility to drink hard liquor. Now, I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about drinking ages? Should it stay the same? Why? Let me know. But I hope this kind of gave you a breakdown into what I think, and maybe gave you some, some points. Maybe now you think it should be 21, or maybe now you think it should be 19, or whatever. But let me know in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm having so much fun at the LAN. The MD LAN is literally the most awesome thing ever, so I hope you guys are watching it, and I will talk to you all later.